Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Microsoft 365 workshop conducted by Express, where we are going to help you to take the first steps to be a modern workplace. My name is Chetan Shah, and I'm going to be your host for today. And I'm going to take you through the Microsoft 365 workshop today. All right, so before we get into the Microsoft 365 product details, let's look at the background. In the last 2 years, we all know that businesses of all size have been impacted by the pandemic. And of course, the business scenario has completely changed since the pandemic. There is now a lot of hybrid working. In fact, during the pandemic, we saw that a lot of small and big businesses tried to adapt and adopt different strategies or different ways in which they could still serve their customer despite being physically close. So the pandemic brought about the need for businesses to have a strategy where they are still able to work despite any challenges that their business may face. All right. At this point, let's understand that our people are the driving force behind our progress. I mean, it is our passionate employees who adapted to this situation that the pandemic brought. And, it is these people who actually kept our businesses running despite all the challenges brought about by the pandemic. So with this, today it's only right that every business today looks at being a modern workplace. Now, what's a modern workplace? Today, we would define any business as a modern workplace where they have adopted technologies to be working 24 by 7, where they have enabled real-time collaboration, and people can work from any device anywhere. So that's the new age SMB. So, in the last 2 years, we actually have seen this need to have this change. And today, businesses of all sizes are transforming the way they've been working all these years. And today, IT will play a big role in how, we will run our businesses in the coming times. So today with, our data being in the cloud, businesses want much higher levels of security to ensure that, they're covered against any kind of cyber attacks, phishing attacks, ransomware, and so on. And they also want that their data should not be leaked out to the wrong people and only the right people have access to their data in the first place. And then cost. The cost of being on the cloud, the cost of being 24 by 7 has to be something that businesses can afford. And with this, we would like to say that, legacy solutions now are not going to solve the challenges and the needs of the coming times. So adopting mixed environment, solutions is not going to really work. In fact, it will only add so much complexity because you will have that many applications, that many different solutions for your employees to learn. All right, so today, the new age SMB, as I said, every business like yours is looking at transforming. Every business like yours is accelerating the path to being a modern workplace, and they want to ensure that they are able to meet the demands of today's digital economy and also be ready for a situation brought about by the pandemic since 2020. All right, and today it's well known that hybrid working is now a way of life. So today a lot of companies do have options for hybrid working, and today this means that you need to adopt solutions where you can allow your employees to be productive anytime, anywhere. All right, so now with this, let me give you one slide. about the Microsoft 365 solution where it says it all. So the Microsoft 365 solution does all this that you asked for and much more. So the top line benefits being that it actually enables your people to completely transform. They've been working with real-time collaboration tools. It actually enables 24 by 7 working, data access from any device, and a lot of security in place, and very importantly also help you reduce cost. So, with this, Microsoft 365 actually solves your business needs for the coming times. So, what is Microsoft 365? So, the Microsoft 365 is actually a cloud solution which includes many solutions or many apps within it, like Microsoft Teams, your familiar Office apps, cloud storage, SharePoint, OneDrive, and then there is chat and a lot more. So there are a lot of tools which have been bundled into a basket of offering, which is called Microsoft 365. So with this, what I will do is I'm going to run a short video about explaining the benefits of Microsoft 365, and then I'm going to cover the main features of this product. Just a minute. All right, so now let me cover the four main pillars of every modern workplace employee. So every Microsoft 365 plan includes these, and I believe that these are one of some of the most important benefits of your plan. So the first is your Exchange mailbox. So this is a huge 50 GB mailbox where you have mails, contacts, and calendars synced on all your devices. All right. Then you have Microsoft Teams. Teams, a lot of people know is largely meetings, but sorry, Teams is a lot more. Teams is actually a complete modern workplace solution. It's got chat, shared files, it's got collaboration tools, and a lot more. So I'm going to cover Teams as well. And then you have OneDrive for business, where every employee gets a personal storage of 1 TB on the cloud. And lastly, I want to cover Microsoft Security to help you understand the kind of security features that are included with your Microsoft 365 plan. So yeah, let's talk about the business class mail first. So, a big pillar of every Microsoft 365 plan is the business class mail, where the basic plan and the standard plan include 50 GB mailboxes, whereas the premium plans include 100 GB mails and more. All right, so here you have your mails, contacts, calendars synced across all your devices, be it Windows 10, be it Android, iOS, or macOS. And you have best-in-class protection against ransomware, phishing attacks, viruses, and so on. And then there is an incredible 99.9% uptime guarantee by Microsoft to ensure that your mails your M365 services are never down. And lastly, the ability to remotely wipe information on lost and stolen devices. This is a very important feature that you should know, that just in case your employees or anybody loses the data, I mean, a device with company data on it, you can remotely wipe information on that device immediately so that your company data does not fall in the wrong hands. Okay, so now let me cover Microsoft Teams. Teams, like I said, is not just about meetings, but it's absolutely a complete modern workplace solution by itself. So let me play a short video on Teams and then I will explain the Teams features.
This is Microsoft Teams, the app where work and collaboration is happening today, even when everyone isn't in the same room or time zone. Teams is a space where you and your team come together, but it's more than just a place to chat or join meetings. Teams bridges the gap between in-person and remote teammates. It makes working in real time or at your own pace easier than ever before. Teams is built for hybrid work, so you can stay informed, organized, and connected, all in one place. Now let's take a closer look at how collaboration works in Teams. Chat is where you can message someone or a group of people to talk about, well, anything. Teams and channels create focused spaces to gather the right people to work in the right context with files and conversations. Under Calendar, meetings connect the flow of work before, during, and after you meet, so prep and follow-up are easy to find. Apps is the doorway to new ways to work together. Find familiar apps and new ones to simplify, customize, and manage how you work. How we get work done together has changed, and Teams is made for today's workplace. Built to give you the flexibility to do your best work your way.
All right, so now let me talk about Microsoft Teams. So Teams, as all of you might be knowing, is the world's premier tool for meetings. And today Teams can boast of over 245 million monthly users. So, with amazing features like, customized backgrounds, the ability to record meetings, transcripts, captions, and a lot more. Teams has really become the go-to place when it comes to having virtual meetings. All right, now let me talk about Teams as a file storage solution. So Teams is an incredible file storage solution, especially for small businesses, which actually use on-premise servers and NAS boxes for employees to store their typical MS Office files. And the problem with storing files on local servers and NAS box is that it's very difficult or tedious to access these files remotely. So today you can migrate all your local on-prem servers and NAS storage to Teams. The biggest advantage being that now your employees will be able to access this data 24 by 7 from any device, be it Windows PC, be it a Mac OS PC, be it uh, Android or iOS device. So your employees now have access to this data anytime, anywhere. And then people can actually co-author files simultaneously. So, often there are instances where people are sending files internally and multiple versions are created. But with Teams, people can absolutely co-author files together and things can be done a lot faster. So the ability to collaborate, the ability to connect and work together for projects and your day-to-day work is so easy with Teams that people actually get a lot done in much lesser time than before. All right, so on the screen, what you see is the Express Teams. So we in our office also used to be using on-prem servers for our local storage, and we moved to Teams a few years back. And today, our people are absolutely able to access our company data from any device, anywhere, on the go. So it makes people very efficient and very productive. But with this, I also would like to say that security is highly integrated into Teams, and we have complete control over data access, over what devices can people use to access company data and so on. So we at management level are able to restrict data access to only allowed devices. I'll call it that. To allow devices as per company policy, and in fact we can even enable multi-factor authentication, which means that employees need to absolutely get OTP or sign in password every time they log in. So there is a lot of security that we can build into Teams. All right, so the same Express Teams screen, this is how it looks on a mobile phone. So not really much to learn, and employees now have access to all our company data, even on their phones, and we're able to respond to the need for accessing any particular folders, files instantly. So Teams, has got some incredible features. Some of them being that Teams can have up to 1,000 internal or external participants. So you can have teams with up to 1,000 internal, that is your company employees or external people, and you can have virtual backgrounds. You can share screens, your webcam. You can share files, collaborate real time, and of course you can join a team from any device. You can join from a phone, tablet, PC. You can record a meeting. There can be live captions and so much more. So some incredible features of Microsoft Teams that is available. And Teams also has ability where you can do live events in certain plans, and you can have up to 20,000 people who can access the live broadcast. So these people who are joining the live event from outside can engage with the presenters through Q&A and conversations. All right, so chat is a very important tool of Microsoft Teams. So you can chat with your people within Teams, that is within your office, or even with outsiders as well. All right, so some of the examples that you can, you see on the screen, you can make teams like sales, finance, IT, HR, accounts, and so on. So, you can make different kinds of teams depending on the department or the work people do, and then give them specific rights for the data that they use. So in summary, Teams is not just a meeting tool. Teams is a comprehensive modern workplace solution where firstly you have great storage. Each company gets 1 TB of storage and the ability to co-author and share files. Teams can enable meetings amongst a large group of people. You have chat, and very importantly, you have security embedded within Teams itself. All right, so with this, let me come to OneDrive for Business. So OneDrive for Business is kind of your personal storage on the cloud. So there's not much to learn actually. You continue to work on your PC as usual. What you do is all your data that you create, that you store it under your OneDrive folder. This automatically syncs to your cloud storage on the go, on the fly, and then you can access your data from your mobile phone, from your tablet or a home PC. So this is like having your PC's hard drive on the cloud, and you can now access your desk PC, that is your office PC, anytime, anywhere. So I'm going to play a short video on OneDrive, and then I will go on to the next part of my presentation.
Now that business is conducted in coffee shops and across time zones, it helps to have all your important files whenever you need them. That's where OneDrive, the intelligent files app for Microsoft 365, comes in. With OneDrive, everything is backed up, secured, and protected. View and access all files from any device on desktop, web, and mobile apps. Share and work together with anyone, whether you're on the go or in the office. Collaborate with people inside and outside your organization using real-time co-authoring and other helpful features like @mentions and comments. Plus, intelligent search and discovery helps you find things fast and even offers personalized recommendations. With OneDrive and Microsoft 365, you can be more flexible, more collaborative, and more productive, empowering you to achieve wherever work takes you.
All right, so that was OneDrive for business. So now let me talk about Microsoft security. So the Microsoft 365 plans have a lot of security features that you should know. And these security features will help you to protect your data from unwanted people. So let's look at a common scenario where we often access work from our mobile devices, and that is your employees would be accessing your company data from your mobile devices. But you absolutely need to understand the point that you have complete control over your devices. So you can decide what devices your employees can use. You can secure these devices. You can protect them against threat. And as I mentioned earlier, in case employee loses a device, you can completely wipe off company information from there. So no need to panic, about the increasing number of devices that are accessing your corporate network. You completely are in control there. So another scenario where every now and then you get a suspicious mail and you're not sure whether to click on it or not. But with Microsoft 365, you get world-class protection embedded within the product itself. So, any email which are suspicious, or, where M365 servers detect any malware, ransomware, or any signs of email impersonation, it can block them. In fact, if there are any attachments that are suspicious, you can absolutely open them in a sandbox. So, these attachments will not corrupt your PC in case they are malicious. Or, you can use other security features to ensure that your PCs, your data is safe. All right, so another important feature is about controlling access to your data. So data leakage protection is something that a lot of you are worried about. But often when you send out mails to somebody, let's say in your company, and you want to ensure that this mail cannot go out, Microsoft 365 premium plans include the ability to block forwarding, copying, printing, or even taking screenshots of sensitive data or mails. So only the person intended to can read it. All right, you can encrypt sensitive mails. You can block, in fact, sensitive information like credit card numbers and so on. And if you're worried about people leaving organization, you also need to understand that you can absolutely enable unlimited cloud archiving. So all activities done by every user is archived in the cloud. All right, so the same scenario again. If somebody loses a mobile device, you can absolutely be rest assured you are still in control. You can remotely wipe information from such devices. And this includes Android or iOS devices. So you can keep your company data safe. So with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a short video on Microsoft security, and then, I will move ahead.
Microsoft 365 Business helps you protect your company from online threats and unauthorized access, as well as protect and manage data on your phones, tablets, and computers. Help prevent online criminals from getting access to data, resources, and passwords with Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection, or ATP. Scan for malicious links and malware in emails and Office docs by using ATP Safe Links and ATP Safe Attachments. Microsoft provides basic anti-phishing protection for everyone, but Office 365 ATP uses advanced learning and intelligence to automatically shut down new threats, such as criminals that try to obtain your personal information via deceptive emails. Use multi-factor authentication to make your sign-in more secure. For example, you can use an app on your phone to make sure the you signing in is actually you. Protect your Windows 10 devices and files from malware and ransomware by using Windows Defender, recently ranked best-in-class antivirus software. Use data loss prevention, or DLP, to keep sensitive information, such as Social Security or credit card numbers, from being shared inappropriately in files or emails. Communicate more securely with your customers by using Office 365 Message Encryption. This makes sure that only the intended recipients can read the emails you send, and they can't be forwarded to recipients you didn't choose. Use Exchange Online archiving to retain your employees' emails in case they leave or if they're needed for legal purposes. Use conditional access to restrict how and when employees can access business files and apps. For your users' personal phones and devices, you can require a passcode, restrict moving company email, files, and data to personal apps and storage, and remove company data from Office apps. For company devices, you can fully manage them, enforce BitLocker encryption, automatically install updates, reset the devices to their factory settings if given to a new user, or wipe data if lost or stolen. In addition to Windows 10 devices, you can also manage macOS, iOS, and Android devices.
All right, so with this, I want to summarize where you need to understand that Microsoft 365 with all these features absolutely transformed your organization overnight, literally, where you see phenomenal increase in productivity and efficiency and 24 by 7 access to data from any device, anywhere. Um, of course, the ability for teams to now work together and hello. The ability for teams to achieve high levels of coordination and achieve a lot more because of Microsoft Teams, because of the ability to do co-authoring of documents and so on. So that's an incredible increase in the overall efficiency of your entire organization. So best in class productivity delivered with one single solution, Microsoft 365 Business, and this completely transforms the way you've been working all these years and really enables you much higher levels of benefits. All right, so now let me introduce the Microsoft 365 business plans. You have the business basic, which is priced very competitively in India. Is 1,500 rupees a year, where you have Exchange, OneDrive, and Teams included, along with SharePoint and Office web apps. The standard plan includes all this plus the ability to install MS Office apps on 5 devices. The premium apps includes everything about standard plus data leakage protection features, 100 GB mailboxes, and a lot more. And then you have Microsoft 365 apps for business, where you have only the apps included. So the call to action for all of you is to adopt Microsoft 365 Business, deploy Teams as the hub for teamwork in your organization, and enable OneDrive across all your users with 1 TB personal storage, and implement Microsoft security for higher data leakage protection. So all in all, these are the steps you take to turn into a truly modern workplace. So, with this, some of the questions that we often get, and I would like to answer these questions before it comes up, is about cost. Are there any upfront capital costs along with what you pay for the plans? No, there are no costs. So all you pay are the cost of the plans, and you actually pay as you go. The lead time to change actually is as less a few hours or probably a few days, depending on how much of old data that we need to migrate. And yeah, there is best in class security and support from Express and Microsoft together for you all through your usage period. All right, so with this also, let me bring about the incredible value adds from Express. So we have got a great team which is highly efficient and expert in deploying Microsoft Teams. So we set up Teams channels across all your devices and will help you support any issues during your usage period, even after the entire deployment and migration. Then you have OneDrive. So we at Express will help you to adopt OneDrive across all your users, across all your devices, so that you get maximum benefit because each user gets 1 TB of cloud storage. And then you have Exchange migration and deployment. So your existing mails, wherever they are hosted, we will help you migrate it from wherever they are to Microsoft 365. And remember, you got 50 GB mailbox minimum or more. So all in all, partner with Express for a smooth ride. And we are the modern biz champions. We got trained teams, we got expert people to help you, and we've been a Microsoft certified partner for around 16 years now, and we've got a great level of core expertise on the Microsoft 365 plans. So all in all, your business empowered with Microsoft 365 business across all your employee levels is a huge cohesive force. So with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a short, demo of OneDrive and Team. Just give me a minute. All right, so here I want to talk about OneDrive. So this is my OneDrive. So all my data that I kind of store goes under my OneDrive. So everything that I have is kind of under my various folders. So all data pertaining to me is personal and private to me. My employees do not have access to any of these data. With this, I want to also talk about how I can share files. So no longer is it necessary to keep, sending mails back and forth. All you can do is click on share and then just share it with a specific person, either in your organization or outside the organization, or you can just send a link to multiple people where you can generate a link so people can directly access your file or folders from your OneDrive. And so this often helps when you have large files to be shared across multiple people, so you don't need to send out files. Everybody can directly work off your OneDrive. And you can also revoke data access, let's say after a week or after a month, so you can set the time. And this is our Microsoft Teams folder. So with Microsoft Teams, all that we used to store on our Office servers is now on Teams. So these are the various teams that I am part of. And I have access to all this data either on my PC or on my Android or iOS devices that I use. So, very easy for me to now be productive and now be able to work from anytime, anywhere, because my desk PC I don't need to carry it with me. Even then, everything that I store on my office PC is available to me on my devices. And with Teams, I have access to my complete company folders wherever I go. So this was a demo about OneDrive and Teams. So with this, what I will do is, if there are any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment box down. And if you need any more information, you can reach out to us and we will be glad to answer your queries. So you can either mail it to us or put it in the chat box here. So with this, thank you so much for attending this workshop, and we do hope that you gained a lot out of it. Thank you so much.